Hello, welcome in, welcome in. Hi, Tori. Let's see. Hey, Sammy. I'm waiting for the stream to update so that way I can mute myself so we don't have any feedback issues. How's everybody doing? I am doing really good. It is a very cold day here, and so it's like dreary. I just want to sit and crochet, so today is like the perfect day to do a make along. So I'm pretty excited. Well, thank you, Tori. I did my hair just for you, my makeup. Because I thought you might be attending this one, you know. Yeah. So if you are joining me, are you going to be making the pie or are you just crocheting along with something else? Let me know. If you are wanting to make it, I did pin the Instagram post in the chat so that way we could access it easy. And I'm moving around and the camera's shaking. Some of y'all know that I'm in the process, well, I've already moved, but I am currently at my old house and I tried to like quickly set up a little streaming station. So yeah, this is the remnants of the craft room from the Stitchler headquarters. So, oh, Sammy is stuck working. Boo. Boo, boo, boo. That's okay. I'll entertain you. Or try to at least. Let's see. You're cooking for Friendsgiving. Oh, that's exciting. What are you gonna make, Tori? Are you making like the traditional Thanksgiving? I appreciate you still coming. Hey, Ghost. What is up? I feel like I haven't talked to you in forever. Okay, I am gonna go ahead and get started. I pulled up the pattern on Instagram. I just want to go through it and see, like, I know that we did this together and I had people test it, but like I'm still worried about it because I've had so many messages about like the joining of the crust. So I want to make sure that it's like, I don't know, easy. So I'm hoping some people will join me today, but I want to have this recording so that way people can go back and see like the join method for those that are not understanding. I know it's an intermediate pattern, so, but I think a beginner that is like wanting to learn could do this as long as they watch this video maybe. So we'll see. All right. On my way to them. Oh, awesome! Ghost, I forgot about your market. I'm not in that Discord anymore, so I've not been getting the updates. I kind of left prematurely, I think. Oh well. Someone else is hosting. You got a butternut squash and Brussels sprout roasted veggie dish. Okay, that sounds so good. I love butternut squash. And deviled eggs. You know what? This year I didn't make any deviled egg. So I was in my RV, and so trying to keep the oven at temperature was challenging. So I got a roaster instead and roasted the turkey. Turkey turned out great. I did like a basket weave bacon top on it and did it like the Gordon Ramsay style, where you do like the whole onions on the inside and lemons, and I did parsley and butter in between the skin and the breast. So it was really, really good. It's a word I will not say because I do not like the word. It starts with an M and ends with a T. But it was really good. But I realized that all my side dishes were the same color. And I guess it was like the tism in me. I don't know. But Thanksgiving was brought by the color beige because the turkey looked beige. We were gonna do mashed potatoes, but I didn't get them in time to boil them and everything for the lunch, so I just made fried potatoes with onion. And then I made a mac and cheese with breadcrumb on top with a maple like coating, maple pepper coating, and it also had bacon in it. So that was yellow. And then I made rolls, and that was yellow. And what else did I make? I made green beans. That was the one green thing. And it was all on a green plate. So the green beans kind of just blended in. So I don't know what it was, but I was just like, I was disappointed because I was like missing like some of the more traditional dishes. So anyway, all right, sorry. I could talk food all day. I'm sorry. So if you're gonna crochet along with me, the link is in the chat. It's pinned to the top. But I'm gonna do it in Bernat. I'm gonna use a 6mm because I'm hoping to make this a chunky boy. I have some eyes that I found in this room because I forgot to bring them. And they're just like some sinker eyes. They're actually pink glitter, but if I don't like the color, I just turn them around and use them as white. I don't know. And then I have, this is like a Bernat thickness, but this is a Hobby Lobby yarn that was given to me. So I don't know the color. But this is the pumpkin color. And my unethical crochet hack from last month, we're going to be using stuffing from my dinosaur. So if you were not following along, we did like a prompt for each day of the month. I didn't make all the days, but one of them was unethical crochet hack, and an unethical crochet hack is stealing my kids' stuffies when I'm out of polyfill. So there you go. All right, so I'm using a 6mm today. I don't know if I said that. I've got my eyes, polyfill. I don't have, I guess I do have scissors in my bag. So I'm all set. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. If you're working on something, let me know besides cooking and besides working. But yeah, can you guys hear the music? I found a copyright-free lo-fi playlist. So I'm hoping that we can hear it clearly. Give me just a second because I'm gonna pull up Canva with my pattern because the Instagram post is small and I can't read it because I don't have my glasses today. It's really soft. Okay. I just wanted a little bit of background music just because silence kills me. It really does, y'all. Okay, so the first 8 rows are pretty like standard for an amigurumi. So you're gonna do 6 in a magic circle. So that's what I'm gonna start off with. So I've got my 6. I'm gonna go ahead and pull to close. And then this is not like your standard increase to 12, increase to 18. It's a little bit different than that. It's following a pattern, and so it's increasing on the sides. That way it comes out triangular, or attempting to be. So the next one is an increase, single crochet, increase, and then increase, single crochet, increase. So you'll have a total of 10 at the end of this round. And don't freak out, but I'm not using stitch marker. This is normally how I used to crochet, is not use any stitch markers, just do the counts in my head. But I've had so many fun purchases of stitch markers that I've been becoming a stitch marker girly. Did you not know that, Tori? The guest. Yeah, I never ever used stitch markers before, but now I am. So, go figure. I don't know why, but the patterns really stick in my head. So it just, as long as I can repeat it and keep the number in my head, I'm good. I know, it's like a crochet crime. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, I am on row 3. I did not mention, but I already finished row 2, row 3. Then we're moving on to row 4. An increase, and then followed by single crochets of 5 times. and then an increase. And then just repeat that one more time, and then you'll end up with 18. You got approved to sell your prints at the market. Somebody marketing more once I get to the hotel. Oh, nice. Ghost, what kind of prints do you have? Okay, so this is what it looks like at the end of round 4. So there's my first, second, third, and fourth. And it's coming out triangular. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then this round is increase, single crochet 7, and then an increase. Sorry, I got distracted because I saw a notification about something that's coming in the mail for someone, and I have the same package. It's an advent calendar from the ADHD hobbyist. They received theirs. Let me tell you, all my mail right now is being held hostage. It's ridiculous. I still haven't received my tapestry from Danielle that was sent, and they received it before Thanksgiving. All my Amazon packages, my ID, I lost my ID. I had to go and get a new ID, and the new one is sitting there at the post office. They will not release it to me until I bring a paper from 911 to get a new address. It's literally against the law. We filed a complaint with the head of state of the postmaster. And then the postmaster of the town, it's a rural area, so they've told us that she's been causing chaos and just making up rules that are not even valid laws. So if it's sent through USPS, I'm not getting it. So we filed a formal complaint before Thanksgiving, so I'm hoping by Monday or Tuesday that they'll release the packages. But like, I have a $200 pair of headphones from Amazon that got shipped through USPS. I have, I just have even my regular mail, like none of it's being delivered. And the reason why is on the property, it's my parents' house, and then it's their fifth wheel. It's always been that way. It's the addresses for the property. We're not asked them to separate the mail or anything, but they're claiming that I need to have a separate address for that. And 911 says it's not, we don't need to. So yeah, fun times. Yes. Oh, what's Linocut stamps? I'll have to look that up. I've never heard of that or seen about it. But, oh yes, if you can UPS or FedEx them instead, and I can cover the extra cost if I need to, Tori, because it's just ridiculous. Yeah, so, oh, I am very frustrated by the situation, but there's not much I can do. Thank you. Mariah, hello, hello, welcome in. I am telling my drama about how the mail service is holding my mail hostage until I get a new address, and they won't give me a new address because it's not required, and so I'm in limbo. And you know, it just has like my ID, my new ID that I just got because I lost it. I had it on the way to Sammy's, and then when I came back, I didn't have it. And I specifically checked because I wanted to make sure that I had my insurance and my license just in case something happened. So I know I had it, but I lost it somewhere between here and Texas. So, oh yeah, please. Or you can just wait. You don't have to send it yet. You can just wait. Um, yeah. The Tories order I do need because it's this Saturday. My Christmas party for my Yarn Lounge. The Yarn, in case you didn't know, the Yarn Lounge is my community group that I have set up to meet once a month. It's for any of my students or people who have gone to like one of my events. So I hold Stitch and Sips at breweries and different places. Sometimes coffee shops, but our monthly meetup is usually at like a coffee shop or the Handmade Cafe here in Broken Arrow. And anyway, we have a group of like 60, and this is our second year, so I guess I can't say every year. I mean, but we have done it every year. We do a big Christmas party, and I'm going to be giving away big skeins of yarn, yarn balls, and then I ordered some scrunchies and I ordered some stitch markers. So I'm really, really excited. I was gonna have it catered, but everyone voted to do potluck style instead. So I'm actually gonna go order a cake, and then I have these letters TYL for the initials of the Yarn Lounge, and I'm gonna do a charcuterie layout. Just to have some fun and some holiday atmosphere. So let's see. Yes, UPS. But yeah, so that is what we got going on. I am in the middle of making the giant nutcracker. Actually, I'm sorry guys, let me pause this. I am on row, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now it's just 3 rounds of 22. But this is the hair pieces that roll up for the nutcracker, and there's 12 of them. So it's 2 layers, and then this rolls around. So I revamped the pattern to be a little bit smaller because my hands have been killing me. So they're still gonna be pretty large, and I have this idea to find some kind of buckets and decorate them and put them standing on the bucket with a rod, so that way I can secure them to stand up straight. I was gonna put like PVC inside of them, but I figured if I ever want them to be like laying down, like propped up against the wall with other big gifts and stuff, that I wouldn't want to do that. So I'm gonna get like a PVC pipe, screw it into a piece of wood, and then like cover it basically so you can't see any of that, and then zip tie stick this in between the stitches to the pole, so that way they're standing. But I'm making 2, so I went from 1 giant one to 2 medium ones. I know, crazy. It is very exciting. The little mustache pieces are so cute, and the eyebrows. They're at the bottom of my bag, or I would pull those out too. So I've been doing little videos of each day, like an update. I was going to release them like during the process, but I think I'm just gonna make one long video and upload it to YouTube because I do not have the time to edit right now. It's been insanely crazy. Welcome in if you're just joining us. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm working on the nutcracker. I'm working on this today. This is just for fun, and because I wanted the process of joining the crust to the pie. So besides that, I already have all the decorations I need. I have black tablecloths, I have plaid runners, I have mini Christmas trees for each of the tables. I've got a giant Christmas tree, and I have red bows to put all over it, and then it's gonna be lit up. And then I have like I've got like these throw pillows and throw blankets I bought last year that are they're actually on theme. They're nutcracker, and I didn't even have a theme like that last year. But that I'm gonna throw along just to make it more inviting, because it's just like a general like clubhouse vibe. And so I'm gonna have a little seating area, and I'm gonna have all the tables, and then I'm gonna have 2 tables with a riser on top to put all the foods. And we're gonna have like hot cocoa, coffee, and then whatever else anyone wants to bring. So but I'm really excited for the photo op area. I have a round frame that I was gonna make a wreath, but like I've had to revamp my idea because it was so big. I was gonna make a knitted wreath, but instead I'm going to just use my garlands of like drippy garland that I have. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a little bit nicer than just your standard like fake green stuff. It actually has like pine cones and like ivy. So I'm gonna put that all around the round thing so it looks like a giant wreath with a bow, and the nutcrackers will be standing on either side, and I have gifts in the front. And I'm going to still try to attempt to make the bows be knitted because I'm gonna use my knitting machine to make the giant bows. But we might just do paper on the sides of the boxes instead of those being knit too, so we'll see. Yes, if you can like the live, I would really appreciate it. Mariah's putting some bad juju out there about losing Yarn Chicken, which I am not happy about. Yeah. No, I appreciate it, guys. I really had so much fun in the last make-along that I was like, this isn't going to be my thing. I think I'm going to release at least one pattern every month, and I'm going to do a scheduled live. It's like holiday themed. I will do it before the holiday so that way it can be done in time. And we might end up doing those like a little bit earlier. Like for 4th of July, I might do it in June, that kind of thing. Just so that way if you have any markets and you want to make them for markets to sell, you can. So, okay, I've got my pie done. So now we are going to change to the tan color. So yarn, father, don't look. I'm gonna just snap my yarn and not cut it. I don't know if that's a thing for you, but I just felt like you would be upset with me if you saw me breaking yarn. I usually do cut my yarn unless it's Bernat, and then it's just easy to break. So it's satisfying too to hear that snap. I don't know. All right, so this round you're just gonna do a back loop only slip stitch, and so that's just so that the color change is seamless, or as seamless as possible. So it's still gonna be 22 around, and I'm just using the back loop to do a slip stitch. And this is gonna be a part that you see that's in front of the fluted crust. So I know that one of my testers was confused that she thought she had a whole crust in front and in back of her fluted crust, but it was intended to be in front. So just in case you're wondering. Okay. This is the part that I really wanted to make sure I got on camera, so I'm gonna slow down a little bit. Okay. So we've been working in rounds this whole time, and now we're gonna switch to doing rows. So the way that I do that is, here's the beginning of the row, here's my last slip stitch. I'm just going to slip stitch one more time into that first stitch and chain one. And then I am going to, in the very next stitch, ignore the one that you just did. You're gonna do a single crochet and then repeat that 7 more times, so you'll have a total of 8 single crochet. So let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8, and I'm going to chain 1. So here's what it looks like. I've got my slip stitch here, and then my 8, and then my chain 1 here. Now you're going to have 14 unworked stitches, and that's so that later on this becomes the side of the pie when we make the flaps. You're basically making two flaps, one to be the side, joining it, and then making the triangular bottom piece flap. So now that I've chained one and turned, we are going to do a front loop only single crochet. Oh, yes, front loop only single crochet. And what that does is help curve it downwards. Okay, so now that I've done the front loop only, you'll see that it's kind of created this ridge here. And when we fold it, it helps for it to fold and become the flap. So now we are on row 12. So we're just going to chain one, turn, and immediately do our single crochet of 8. I don't like the texture of this yarn. That's all. Okay, chain one, turn, and then we're going to do another single crochet row of 8. And we're still going to chain one and turn at the end of this row 13. Okay, so if you are following along, now is a time that you can chain one, and I usually pull up a loop and let my hook out. And then this is where you'll do your eye placement so you can see exactly where it needs to go. But I didn't specify or did I specify? I did. So between 5 and 6, so let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's because I put a dollop of cream on there, and you want to have at least 2 visible stitches. I always do 2 visible stitches. Ooh, I have something black on my finger. I always do 2 visible stitches because, I don't know, it's 2 in between my eyes. And I feel like it has like a cute, like sweet look. And then I always turn the pupils upwards. And when you turn them upwards, it kind of looks like it's looking up and it has a cuter look. I've realized that whenever I don't do that, I kind of have been stuck with the plushies a little bit longer than I would like. They still sold, but something about the way that it's looking up at you can't resist. So there's a tip for you if you make plushies. Oh my god, this one is looking angry. It's not looking sweet, which is so funny because I just said. But it kind of has like an angry expression. So this one has a personality and I love it. So, okay. Now my unethical hack. This dinosaur has still been given to me. It's not a carcass yet. Okay, so just want to stuff firmly, and as you're stuffing, kind of shape it with your hands. Right, Tori? The grumpy pie is everything. My other ones turned out like sweet and cute, but I love a grumpy pie. It's like he's pissed that he has to be there at Thanksgiving. I boycotted Thanksgiving this year. I just couldn't do it. I just did it at my house, and I invited my kid's dad over so that he could see them for the holiday. And we stayed home, and it was peaceful and relaxing, and I enjoyed it. Less chaos and just more peace. I'm about that. Okay, so I've just kind of stuffed it in firmly, and then I like to kind of flatten out and kind of help shape so that way it keeps the triangular shape. And then, yeah. So the next, let's see. You know what? Did I forget something? I did forget something. Oh my god, you guys. This is my own pattern. I have to frog back 3 rows real quick. Because even though I said front loop only, I did back loop only, and I forgot to tell you to mark it. So I did stop myself. I remember saying, did I tell you right? And then, because I knew it didn't look right, but my brain was just focused on you guys. I'm gonna blame you guys. No. Anyway, I did the back loop, not the front loop. That's an easy mistake that my beginners always do, is that if it's the back side of your single crochets, it's the loop that's facing you that is going to become your front loop, no matter if you're going on the wrong side or the right side of a row. So I just made the same mistake, but at least I caught it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why would a pie be happy to watch this? Well, listen, you have a point, Raya. You do have a point. It's giving very angry. I love it. 6, 7, and 8. Chain 1, turn, and another round of 8, and then I'll be caught up with you guys. So sorry about that. Okay. Okay, so for this part, I'm gonna put the stuffing back in that I had pulled out so it wouldn't fall out while I was crocheting. Okay, we've placed the eyes, we've stuffed the pie firmly. So now we are going to use these stitches that we left unworked in this round here. So we are going to skip the first 3. So it's going to be from the right side. You're going to skip 1, 2, 3, and we're going to be using the back loops of 8 of them and the front loops of your row that you just did. Let's see, did I say that right? Okay. Yes, the front loops of the row that you just did and the back loops of round 9. So you're going to go into the front loop of your row that you have. You're going to count over 1, 2, 3 and use the back loops. So you've got the back loop and the front loop, then you're going to yarn over and pull through, and we're going to do a single crochet. And you're just going to repeat that. You're going to insert into the front loop, insert into the back loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're just going to keep doing that for 8 stitches. Basically, you've made the side of the crust at this point. And then when you get done with your 8, you should have 3 unworked stitches on the left side. And so what we will do is when we're making our fluted crust, we're going to have a longer start tail, a longer end tail, and we're just going to take those tails and whip up the sides of those 3 stitches to the side crust. Okay, so that's how it will look. So we've got a flat flap here. This row of back loop only that is exposed, the marker would be right here on this part on the right hand side, and that's where we'll go back and make our fluted crust. But the flap is down and I've done my single crochet row, so now we're going to work in rows continuously and make our bottom crust. That's going to be a triangular shape. Alyssa, hi girl, how are you? I'm so glad you made it. Listen, you are out doing your thing at work. I understand. Okay, so now that we've done row 14, we are going to be in 15. So we're going to increase on the side 6 single crochet and then another set of increases, which is 2 in the one. And so you'll have a total of 10. So two single crochet in that first stitch and then 2 single crochet in the last stitch. And this just makes it wider as you're first going out from the crest. I think one of the things I love about crochet is getting to like make up all the shapes, if that makes sense. Okay, so after you do that row, you were going to chain 1 and do a row of 10 single crochet across it. So you were just building up at the moment. So no increases on this one. Okay, and then now we're going to decrease on that side, even though we just increased, to make it start going back in. So we're decrease, and then 6 single crochet, and another decrease. Okay. Then we're going to chain 1 and turn. And I'm sorry if I'm going a little fast. You can always pause this for in the future if you're following along. But we're going to do a row of 8 single crochet because that's what it's been reduced down to before we do our next set of decreases. Alyssa, are you going to make a pie or are you just hanging out with us? Either way, I love it. Okay, and then we're going to decrease, single crochet 4, and I'm working on row 19 if you are following along. Chaining 1 and turning, and do another decrease, and you'll see quite quickly it decreases and your rows get shorter and shorter, and that is bringing in both of the sides so that way you have your triangular shape. Turn 1, and I just finished row 23. So this is what it's looking like, just a triangular shape. And we are going to leave a tail so that way we can literally just fold this down and sew it along. I am going to do the fluted crest before I do the sewing. That's just what I always do. Okay. So I start with, I would say probably, I don't know, I'm not good at estimating size, you guys. Is that 12 inches? Let's see. Use my hook as reference. 6. It is, because this is about 6 inches. So, all right, not too bad. So I always start with a slip knot on my hook, and then I just join it with a single crochet. So it's like a standing stitch. So if you ever do a like you start your hook with the slip knot already attached, it's called a standing whatever stitch that you do. So it's either standing single crochet, double crochet, whatever. But I prefer that method. So it just feels more secure than whenever I just loop it through the stitch. Personally, that's just preference though. So if you want to do it any other way, that's fine too. So we did single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, which is your first like little fan or flute. And then you're going to slip stitch in the next stitch. So this will be your first little fan there. And then you just repeat that all the way down so that you'll have 4 fluted edges. So 3 stitches are worked into the same stitch, and then you have your next stitch, just a slip stitch, and then you just repeat. So And if you're still with me, will you leave something in the chat? I don't know if it's frozen or not. I know a lot of people have been experiencing that, or people just start talking. That's fine too. Don't leave me out here alone. Does anybody have any exciting plans for the weekend? My exciting plans is I'm gonna do school. So after I get off here, I'm gonna take a small break, eat a late lunch. Oh, thank you for the hearts, Tori. Okay. And then I'm either gonna do quantitative analysis for business or continue in my applied algebra class. I'm kind of leaning towards the business class just because I am tired of trying to make my brain work for the algebra. I'm getting it. Actually, Mariah helped me out with a tip. I understood it, but the tests are kind of set up to where if you don't plug in the numbers correctly, the wrong answer is also an option in the multiple choice. So it's kind of messed me up with second guessing myself. And there was times that I second guessed if I got the input versus output in the right place. And so, yeah, I just need to take a break from it, I feel like. So there's other topics I can work with in there in the applied algebra class, but I think I just want to get a win. Last weekend was a win because I finished one whole class in one day. So I think I just need another win, finish this business class, and then I'll literally just have the algebra left. And then of course my capstone, which I know this is crazy, but I love writing. I've always been like, it comes easy to me. Like I'll just make up like a template and just fill in the information and it just works. And then I go back and like edit and make full sentences and it helps. That's how I write. That's how for papers anyway for school. So this is just, it's actually something I'm passionate about. I'm going to do it for a community business plan for artists. And so I'm actually going to take it and submit it for a grant to actually see if I can make it happen in my city. So it's called the Wake and Make Collective, where you have a coffee shop for your wake part, and then you have a make shop, and it has like all kinds of equipment that maybe people can't afford, like, you know, your glow forges and your 3D printers and that stuff, and you can take courses so that way you can become licensed to operate, and then you pay like a small fee, like $12 a month, to be a part of the collective, and then you can rent out the machines, come in, make whatever you're making, and yeah, I don't know, I just thought it would be a cool idea and support the arts. So. Are we your to-do list? Are we seeing your to-do list, Tori? Your Friendsgiving edit? Oh, that's what you're doing. I'm so dumb. Nice. I have been craving a Whimsical Goblin update, so I'm excited to see all your plans that you have for Vlogmas and such. Okay, and I don't know if I mentioned it. I did ask you about, I just went off into a whole spiel. I totally forgot what that I wanted to interrupt, and I just started my monologue. Yeah. That's embarrassing. I am just sewing the crust down, and it doesn't have to be all the way to the edge because, you know, pie filling spills out if it's a thick slice of pie. Oh my gosh. Okay. I am done sewing. Let me get my scissors. Okay. Sorry guys, I know I've been sniffing a lot with the cold weather. It's just always like case of the sniffles. Oh my god. He's so mad and I love it. I don't know if he's coming across mad. Is he coming across? Bye Mariah. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. I hope you have a good weekend. But yeah, he looks very angry. Like, I don't know, it just looks like angry brows right there. You could definitely like add embroider, like just another, so it's like an angry eyebrow, or yeah, I don't know. That's okay. So now I'm just going to do the little coo. Sorry, I don't know what that's from. I wish I had my vocal stemming buddy here. So she could tell me what that's from. But it was like from a movie or something where they were like, cool, whip, whip. I don't know. Okay, so this is the one thing that keeps getting people caught up. I don't know if this is just not a method used anymore. It's what my grandma used to teach me how to do stars. And so I just used it. I'm going to do a 5-point on this one just to see how it looks. But in the pattern I wrote for 4. Just because I thought it would look a little cuter on my smaller ones. But you start off with a magic circle. And you chain your 1. So you have that on your hook. And then what you're going to do is you're going to do a triple or treble crochet. So you're going to yarn over twice. And then you're just going to insert the stitch into the magic circle. And pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. And then you're just going to slip stitch. And when you slip stitch, it kind of folds that triple or treble in half and creates a point itself. But yeah, that's how I've always made mine. I know there's a lot of different ways to make a star, but I just stuck with what I know. And I'm not sure if it's an old-fashioned thing or not, because or an old, like there is some like techniques that people don't use anymore, and this might be one of them. I don't know, but yeah. And you do the triple just because it gives more dimension to the points versus like a double. So there's 4, and I'm going to do 1 more just to see how it turns out, but the pattern is written for 4. Okay, and then you just pull to close. And then I chain 1 and pull to close up my stitch. And that's how it turns out. A little puffy star. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to put it right in between the eyes, right here. I also did a modification of it where it's the same pattern, but there's some different instructions for some puff stitches to be included. So that way you can make your own cherry pie, blueberry pie, that kind of thing. So if you are making these and you're like, pumpkin season is over, Brittany, you can still use it for blueberry pie and do, you know, like, I know for like summer events, we always do like blueberries and cherry pie. So you can still use this pattern all year round, not just for Thanksgiving. So I know I got it out a little later than what I should have, but I just came up with it. Like, I was sitting in my chair and I was like, I want to make a pumpkin pie. And then I saw all the sewing that was required to make these pumpkin pies. And I was like, why has nobody created a literally low sew or no sew pumpkin pie? Like, it shouldn't be that hard to do. So I literally just started freehanding it, wrote it down as I went, and it worked the first try, which never really happens. Usually I perfect it like 2 or 3 times, but it worked. And so, yeah, sent it out for testing and then released it. No one had created because they're waiting for me. That's true. I guess that was true. Okay. There he is. He's so cute. I don't know. I have like aggression whenever I finish a piece. I just want to like cuteness aggression. There's a word for that, I think. But yeah. There's my angry pie. So anyway, that was it. And he's done. So that's all I really had for today. I just wanted to get this out so that way if someone was struggling with the pattern, they could open this video and see. If you still have questions, I am open to messages. I'm terrible at responding, so give me a couple hours or a day. But thank you so much for joining me and hanging out with me. I am going to go back to my live schedule starting in January. I just have to get through a few things this month, so be on the lookout. I'll be bringing back Stitches at Sunset, and then I'll also be bringing back Twilight Stitchery on TikTok. And then, you guys, I am 500 away from being able to go live on Instagram. So hopefully next year, that's my goal, is to get to 1,000 followers so I can go live there. But I am also, if you are following along, I have reached 200 here on YouTube, which I'm really excited about. So I have made a raffle. So if you're interested in the raffle, I have a purse that I've crafted and created with velvet, granny square with handles and a chain purse strap. And so I am going to do a live on that tomorrow, just to like show it on camera and give you details on how you can buy tickets. But the tickets are going to be $2. And that's for the 200 subscribers. So I was like, 200 subscribers, we're going to do it on the, starting from the 20th to December 20th. I'm going to announce it on December 22nd, go live and pick, who the winner is from the raffle pot. So, yeah, stick around for more news about that. I will be going live tomorrow to let you see the purse in person, look at the inside, look at the lining. I made a lining for it. So, anyway, thank you guys for hanging out. That's all I have today, so I'm going to go ahead and get off. Bye for now.